Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you are new back to NASCAR Thunder 2003 career mode. We're going to Pocono next. We only have a few more races until our engine is finished. 3 more races until our new engine is finally built, which I'm super excited for. That's going to be very good for us because we are struggling in the standings. Obviously, we're only ahead of Shane Hall, and that's not even by much. And behind Casey Atwood by a ton. Up front, I believe Gordon got the lead in the last episode. He did. He's 10 points over Kevin Harvick, and then Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart are 60-61 back. And then Dale Jr. 5th place is 192 back, so he needs to do some catching up. But Gordon's got the points lead so far. But going on to Pocono, it's a big track, which has been better for us when we are at the bigger tracks, but the slowing down for the corners might really hurt us. So I'm going to try to figure it out here in practice before we get into this race. All right, we simply just don't have the speed, I can tell you that, because Ryan Newman is on pole with a 52.3. Multiple people down 52.3s. I ran a 56. We're 4 seconds off, but it's also a massive track, so it does make sense being that many seconds off. But hopefully we can be faster than some of the guys towards the back of the field. That would be the only positive, really, if we can. Not sure if we'll be able to or not, but we'll do the best we can. I imagine lap 2 will be a little bit better if I can hit the line well, because we'll have a little bit more speed coming to the line for lap number 2. The hardest one is the tunnel turn here. Getting down to speed and getting down to the bottom is key, because I way overdrew that because we were way too high up the track. But it's going to be tough for sure. Should be able to hit turn 3 pretty easy every lap. Turn 1, the entry's pretty tough, and then turn 2, the tunnel turn is always a tough one for sure. So, gotta get the tunnel turn down right. 1 and 2, or I say it like that all the time. Turn 1 is always tough. Wow, we're 36 with that, and I can get like half a second quicker. That's wild. Okay. I really screwed up the tunnel turn there, and we were 36, so that's encouraging. Maybe we won't finish last in this one by just raw speed. Maybe we'll actually have a little bit of speed and finish in the 30s in this one. That'd be nice. I'd be really happy with that, honestly. We got to nail the tunnel turn here. The tunnel turn is what is the hardest by far. Trying to get it slowed up, still overshot a little bit, but had more speed through it nonetheless. With a little lower, but not low enough through it. But the race pace could be different. They could just be faster in the race. I don't know. But it's going to be tough. I imagine it's only going to be like a 20-lap race or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. That'd be my guess. I'm holding the throttle here, hoping we stick it. We do. I was really slow on the exit, though, like really getting that stability to help us. But, hey, we're going to get a 55.9. I'll take that. That's our fastest yet. And we're starting 33rd. Best qualifying in a long time.
MRN is live in Pennsylvania today at the Pocono Raceway for the Pocono 500. And Barney, there are a few unique twists to this 2.5-mile tri-oval.
Unique is definitely the word for this racetrack. First of all, there are only 3 corners, each of which has completely different banking, which also means there are 3 straightaways. And guess what? They're all different lengths. This is one tough racetrack to prepare a race car for.
In 1989, Bobby Hamilton got his first start in NASCAR as part of a production for a stock car racing movie.
Well, that's one heck of a way to break onto the circuit. Wasn't too long before he was racing full-time. He won Rookie of the Year honors in 1991.
Johnny Benson won the Busch Series championship in 1995.
That championship was sandwiched between 2 Rookie of the Year awards. He won the Busch Series award in 1994, followed up his championship with Winston Cup rookie honors in 96.
The Nikon car is having some trouble in the points this year.
Well, there's always going to be someone who has to fill in the bottom of the points list. Of course, none of these guys want to ever see their name there. Sometimes it's just not your season to shine.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Gentlemen, start your engine.
Well, that was just rude. They didn't have to talk about us like that, being at the back of the pack all the time, but we'll see what we can do here. Hopefully, starting in 33rd, that's a positive. We'll see what kind of speed we have at race pace, because sometimes we're just faster in qualifying. I don't know. Like, sometimes the qualifying times are odd. We're really slow on restarts. That's good to know. Our gearing for this is not great. And then going into turn 1 here is going to be wild.
We're off
They're just flying by us on the outside right now. Shane Hall is dropping down in front of me. I had to lift a little bit. But I'm real interested to see the race pace in this for sure. Trying to get as much draft as we can down these straights, because that's going to help us a lot. Okay, Jerry Nadeau's just going to drop down in front of us too, trying to get by Greg Biffle. And I need to check up, or I'm just going to do that, because checking up for the tunnel turn is tough. Maybe I should have started braking a little earlier than that, but we're fine. Still rolling. That's what matters. We're 3 wide here. Holy crap. Went a little wide there, but we're all right. Don't get the wall. I have to check up a little bit, and we're in last. I thought we were going to do okay here. We qualified very well. I was so happy with our qualifying effort, but now we're going to have to try and get into rhythm and see if we can catch these guys. It is only 20 laps. I figured it was only going to be something like that. It wasn't going to be too many laps because it's such a big track. But I'm going to see if we can try and catch these guys a little bit. I think Shauna Robinson's out there and back now. Up in front of these guys, or behind these guys right in front of us. I think it's Jeff Green, and then Casey Kane just passed him. Then I want to say it's Shauna Robinson in the back there. But we'll see if we can try and catch up. I need to just run the tunnel turn correctly. That was a really good tunnel turn, probably the best one I've had so far. It would actually run the bottom, and we're at like a 143 or higher the entire time through that. Because I do feel like we do have a little bit of speed. We just gotta run the track correctly. Just passing people is gonna be tough. But yeah, it seems like I can kind of keep up with Shauna Robinson right now. It's just the acceleration on these straightaways. My gearing's not totally right, I feel like. So I might have screwed us over in that sense. But they definitely have picked up the pace from qualifying. So it's gonna be a rough road ahead as normal. Well, we actually have a little bit of speed. I'm slowly catching Robinson here. Less than half a second back now. We barely have a little bit of draft. Like, our chassis is not great for getting draft and stuff like that. That's probably one of the next things we need to work on, is like the body of the car, because we did the engine power, which is definitely going to help us out. And then next we probably need to work on the chassis. But we are actually running decent here. I feel like we're a little faster than Robinson here, and then also Greg Biffle that is in front of them. So I'm hoping we could try and actually make a pass here and maybe slingshot ourselves going into turn 1, maybe. We'll see. That was a 55.9. I'll take it. That's 2 in a row. We got the inside where we want to be. Just got to hold it down here. Get them out of the groove a little bit. We got a good exit. I'll take that. We actually made a pass on track. That was really nice. And now we're trying to catch up to Greg Biffle here. If I can get a good tunnel turn here, we'll be really set up well for turn 3, because I've been hitting the tunnel turn pretty well in this race so far, just concentrating on it, the braking zone, because I've been hitting that braking zone so well. We are actually very quick right now. Oh, this is good. We have some speed at a track that's not Daytona or Talladega, so we might actually finish decent. Not decent due to somebody blowing an engine. We only finished 42nd because somebody blowing their engine. If somebody else blows an engine, we might be able to finish top 40 in this one, like legitimately. Still running 55.9s there. Still doing great. Getting a lot of draft down the straight. Try to get it down to the bottom. We have a good exit off of here. I might be able to pass them through the tunnel turn. Got checked up because I got too close to them. Try and get their draft for a split second and then try to dive back out for the tunnel maybe. Because they don't run right on the bottom, it seems like, for the tunnel turn. Which I can take a little bit of advantage of maybe if I run it with enough speed, because I kind of took it slow. I didn't want to slide up into them. Try and dive it down into turn 3 and get under them. Getting on the rumble strips a little bit, but come on. Don't hit them. Almost put them in the wall, honestly. It was very close. Try to side draft them a little bit. That's not much to do in this game at all, but we are on the bottom for turn 1, which is a positive. We haven't hit halfway on fuel left yet, so that's interesting. We're going to be able to go really far on fuel, which is quite interesting. Getting right to his bumper, though, that's halfway now. Probably have to pit around like 13 or so, potentially. But I keep getting right to his bumper on the exit of turn 1, and that is killing my speed. Try and roll this on the bottom, get a good run. Get to his bumper there. He tried to push us down the track and he got sideways. I'll take it. We're up to 41st. I think it's Mike Skinner in front of us now. So I'm going to see if we can try and catch up to him as well. And then we'll be pitting in a few laps anyways. But such a big track. We're actually making up a little ground as I go and smack the wall a little bit. That's going to hurt us a slight bit there for that straightaway. But I'm going to hold these guys off behind us. We're in 40th. Somebody's... Oh, pit stops are already starting. There's a few people already down pit road. So... I thought somebody blew their motor already, which I would have been shocked with, but still could happen in this race. But we're in the 30s due to pit stops, which I'll take. And we're going to see if we can try to catch up to Mike Skinner up there. Hold off these guys, try to pull away from Greg Biffle and Shauna Robinson. But hell, we made 2 passes on track. I am super happy about that. I think we honestly could finish in the top 40. I'm really debating on pitting right now, but I think I'm going to wait one more lap, which could be... the worst of the 2 ideas, because there's nobody on pit road right now. There's gonna be people on pit road I think this next lap, but it's gonna be like right at halfway. Our tires are really starting to wear out. I could feel it pretty bad, like on the time each lap. Yeah, leaders are pitting now, so yeah, there's definitely gonna be some people on pit road, so that could slow us down a little bit, unfortunately. If we just would have pitted on that lap, it might slow us down some. I don't know. I do think we're still faster than Mike Skinner here, so I'm going to try to get really quick in the pit road and see if we could try to make up some time. We don't need to fix the damage on the car. It's not significant. And we're gonna come in and pit this time. We're getting low. I'm going way slower through that tunnel turn. They get the bottom. But yeah, you can see we're definitely catching Mike Skinner right now. And somebody was pretty slow up there. It looked like going into turn 3. Hopefully there's no more... I hope there's no cautions in this race, mainly, just because we're slow on the restarts, so that's not going to help us. But yeah, we're going to try and get down here onto pit road very quickly. I think we hit the pit... Oh, we had a speeding penalty? Are you kidding me? I thought for sure we were clean on that, but now we have a 5-second penalty. That's going to hurt us a lot now. I thought we were like just on the dot or very close to. I don't know how all the AI get onto it so quickly there, so that's going to hurt us a lot here. At least they had a clean stop. I can't be mad about that. They did their job pretty good. I think I was barely speeding. There goes Shauna Robinson by us. I don't know if Greg Biffle pitted as well right there or not, but he might have. But yeah, we are behind Shauna Robinson now by a pretty decent bit too. So we're gonna have to try and catch back up to her and get back by them. I'm hoping that Greg Biffle's staying out. I'm assuming he did because I don't see him anywhere. We'll be a little slower for him, and maybe we can jump back on him in the run here. So we'll do the best we can, and we'll see if we can catch up to Shauna Robinson and pass her back. Yeah, see the speed difference? Like, we're passing Bobby Hamilton right now, who hasn't pitted, I'm assuming, yet, and we are getting by him, who is definitely a lot faster than us normally. So that's quite interesting. I actually almost wrecked him there going into the tunnel turn. I took a terrible angle, but yeah, it shows that the tire difference makes a big difference on track. So I'm hoping Greg Biffle stayed out a little longer and we're able to catch up to him on track and all that. Oh, I think Mike Skinner is just coming out of the pits right in front of us, and we were starting to catch him right before we pitted, so he stayed out a long time and lost a ton of time, it looks like. And we'll see if we can end up catching him. He just came out with fresh tires, though, so I'm not sure if we will be able to. Doesn't look like we're catching Shauna Robinson anytime soon, at least, which is unfortunate. My 5-second penalty is really going to hurt us in the long run here. Because I think we could have been like 40th at this point, something like that. 40th, 41st, something like that. Nobody's gone out due to an engine issue, even though I see one person on pit road now. I could have just jinxed that into existence. But they're not moving yet, so we might just get a spot here if somebody is broken on pit road. Oh, yep, somebody's broken on pit road. I see the smoke down there. I don't know who that is. I can't quite see, but that does put us 42nd, so we aren't going to get last in this one. And we're coming around to the white flag now. Shauna Robinson and Mike Skinner are not too far ahead of us. They're like going into turn 1 right up there, so our 5-second penalty really hurt us because we could be in 40th right now. and that would be awesome. We would be able to get some more sponsor money out of this race and some more just overall money in general out of it, finishing 40th instead of 42nd. But it is what it is. We had some speed, and we were just a little too fast coming into pit road. I don't know how close it was, but we were just a little too fast coming in, which was unfortunate, but it is what it is. I was trying to maximize our pit entry because the AI goes so much harder into it, and I can't do anything about it. But I'm wondering who the one person who blew their motor was, because I still can't make out whose paint scheme that is. And I'm real interested to know, because it's always somebody similar. Like, it's been Casey Atwood a couple times, Ricky Rudd once. It's been this 41 car before. Like Jeremy Mayfield, I think that was Jeremy. No, that's not Jeremy Mayfield, is it? I can't remember already. I forgot who the 41 was already, and I remember last episode talking about it. But I'm not sure who the 43rd car is. We'll see in a second. All right, ended up getting $82,000 from that race. Johnny Benson blew his engine. Interesting. That's a different one so far. Dale Jarrett gets the win. Junior gets second. Mark Martin, Tony Stewart, Sterling Marlin top 5. Very interesting top 5. That's definitely gonna move Stewart and Jarrett back up the board a little bit. Also, Dale Jr. getting second. Good for him. I don't know where Gordon and them finished. Where did they finish? Because I remember seeing him go by me. Who got what? He got 8th, so he's not too far back. Harvick getting 6th. He might have tied Gordon in the points again, so let's go check that out. At the top of the boards, Gordon has a 2-point lead over Harvick. Dale Jarrett catches up a ton, down to 17 back. He probably led a lot of laps and all that. Stewart 43 back, and Junior is 159 back, so big jumps for them. We're going on to Michigan, very big track. I think we'll do okay here. I'm really hoping so, because we've been doing good at these bigger tracks. That will be very helpful. So let's get on to Michigan and see how we can do. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the car any quicker. I think Mark Martin, yeah, he has the pole with a 38.7. Fastest I was able to get down to is a 41.4. So I feel like we're just really slow here, but this track feels so awkward. I don't know why. Like turn 1 and 2, completely fine. I have no problems with turn 1 and 2. I actually am getting way too low down here and going way too slow to try not to slide up. Lap 2 is gonna be faster anyways, but the entry to 3 and 4 is the weirdest thing to me. I do not like it at all. It seems super sharp. Like you could see the wall just starts to turn in right at the number there. And you can see the white line on the bottom looks so jacked up as well. Going into turn 3. I have to slow down a ton so I don't drift all the way up the track to go and almost hit the wall every time. So that is rough. Don't really like that. But turn 1 and 2 I'm completely fine with. That's actually 42nd. Okay, and that's like a second off of the time I should be running. So this second lap we should hit a much better time and shoot up the board a little bit like we normally do. That was a really good turn 1 and 2. I'll take that. Now we just have to hit 3 and 4 decently. It doesn't even have to be great. It just needs to be all right. Not as slow as it was last time, but it's just so awkward. I hate it. I kind of need to enter almost low here and then drift up some. It might be the fastest for me. That honestly seemed a little bit better, is like entering super low down there by the white line and then kind of letting it drift up to the middle somewhat, trying to keep some speed. And that's going to be a 41.0. I'll take it. 33rd again. Wow, that's 2 races in a row. I'll take it.
MRN is coming to you live from Michigan International Speedway for today's Sirius Satellite Radio 400. Michigan always produces some great racing. What do you think, Barney?
Well, look for speeds approaching 200 miles an hour and cars running 3 and 4 wide. That's a recipe for some exciting stuff.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. will begin the race in the top 5 in points.
Oh, yeah, and all these guys in the top 5 are fighting hard week in and week out to gain as many points as possible. It's harder to pick up spots once you're into the top 5.
Greg Biffle really needs a good finish in this race. He's got a long way to go on the points list.
And how frustrating that must be. You're working just as hard as everyone else, yet you just can't seem to finish well on race days to gain the valuable points you need. These guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team.
The Nikon car hasn't made much of a move in the points so far.
Yeah, those guys have been working so hard this year. It's a shame it doesn't really show in points. Just seems they can't keep that car out of trouble on race day. Maybe their luck will change today.
Gentlemen, start your
I'm actually really surprised Junior's starting so deep in the field in like 24th, I believe it was, when they showed him. So I'm really shocked by that. I'm more shocked by Tony Stewart starting next to us. Why is he all the way back here? I have no clue. But it actually seems like we have a little speed here on the start. And then once we get up in the 4th gear, we're dropping back some. Oh no. We're gonna be like almost 3 wide. Okay, I'm cutting off Jeff Green so we're not 3 wide into this corner, because that would have been a disaster, I feel like. But actually holding the spot decent right there. We held our line for the most spot. Oh, I'm getting loose on the exit. That was not a block on purpose to Jeff Green. But we actually ran decent there in the 1st corner and didn't fall all the way to last. I'll take that. And now turn 3, the devastating turn 3. I'm drifted up the track, Steve Park. I'm sorry. Nearly 3 wide. We weren't really, but kind of were. Trying to get back into the draft some. It's so hard to make little adjustments to stay in the draft. Jeff Green's gonna get by us on the bottom. He just has more speed than us. He's just faster. Turn 1 and 2 I enjoy, though. I could rip the top in 1 and 2 somewhat. I just have to not go up and smack the wall, but we can run kind of quick up here. Just don't go hit the wall. Okay, Jerry Nadeau, you're just gonna hit the brakes on the exit? How much did that damage us? Not much, just a little bit on the left front, but that was unnecessary. That was unnecessarily tight going into that corner. Trying to do what we did in qualifying, like drift up to the middle there. Oh, we got Robbie Gordon, who cannot qualify for the life of him because he has started in the back here a few times. At least we have a little bit of the draft from Casey Atwood. I can't really move around too much because we were 3 wide. Trying to back off early so we don't run over Nadeau on the entry. I'm checking up mid-corner so we don't run into him. We're actually keeping pace pretty well. I'm getting checked up because of the draft. We got too close to Robbie Gordon there in the middle of the corner, but we were really quick through 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is not great, and the straightaway is not great for us, but 1 and 2 were actually pretty quick, so I'm very happy about that. Just like Pocono, I feel like we have some speed. We just need to not speed on the pit road like we did at Pocono, and I feel like we could run pretty decent. We might be able to make a couple passes here under green flag conditions and actually make up some positions before we go on pit. So that's what I'm hoping we could do. See if we can catch up a little bit here in turn 1 now that we have a little bit of room to ourselves. Yeah, they were checking each other up a ton in turn 1. I hit the brakes there, so we try not to wash out to the wall. But look at the speed we had on Casey Atwood through that corner. Like, we actually have some decent speed. 1 and 2 is very good for us. 3 and 4, not as much, unfortunately. Don't drift up into them. Luckily, we almost smacked them, but stayed off of them, which was nice. I want to get up in that draft, but not make any too much of a hasty move and smack Casey Atwood on the straight. We are faster than him in 1 and 2, so we need to play it smart and not run him over. Because we actually have pretty good speed through this corner, it seems like. It seems like the back half of the corner, oh my god, my car got tight. The back half of the corner, they just die off in 1 and 2. I don't know why, but we had a terrible 1 and 2 there, so we're going to have to catch up a little bit. It's only a 20-lap race as well, just like Pocono, so honestly, I don't even know if we're going to go... Well, never mind. We'll go a lap down in this race. I just don't know when. It probably won't be before we pit because it is a kind of big track, but we're still like... They're going into turn 1. We're coming off turn 4, so... We're still doing pretty well, I would say, and we're still holding on to the back of this pack right now. Doing really, really well. Try and get under Jerry Nadeau, who has some rear end damage from, I wonder where that came from. And our front nose damage has nothing to do with it. Getting into Shauna Robinson because we were getting tight on the exit, sorry. But using her up a little bit. Trying to get inside Casey now. He was railing us in the rear in the last episode, so... Try not to do the same to him. We're only going to sideswipe him. He's fine. We actually made 2 passes here. That's wild. And we actually have a run on Casey Atwood. We might make... Oh, and somebody blew their engine up here already. Before pit stops even started, somebody has blown their engine. Who is it? Who is it down there? It's Dale Jarrett, the winner at Pocono. 3rd in the points. That is massive. That's an awful day for Dale Jarrett. We're halfway on fuel. We're gonna have to pit at like 11, 12-ish. That sounds good to me. Our tire wear is still like not great at this track, but we're still pretty quick. Like, we are absolutely full line right now. Try not to sideswipe Biffle, even though we do. And we're up to 38th, like legitimately. There's some pit stops starting. Like they're going as early as they can to make it the rest of the way, it looks like. But damn, we actually got it to 38th legitimately in this race. We're running very good lap times. And this is the most speed I have felt besides the Daytona Talladega, but I was hoping this track would be pretty good for us. I feel like California/Auto Club was all right for us. I don't think we finished well there, but I think we ran okay there. Not like this. We were not this fast compared to the field, but we are doing pretty damn good. Oh, somebody else with a blown motor. Unless that's still Dale Jarrett. I'm not sure. I think that's still Dale Jarrett. He's still trying to work his way around. Yeah, that's Dale Jarrett still. He was working his way around super slow on the bottom. That's wild. But yeah, we're trying to hold off Casey Atwood here. Getting a lot more racing footage than normal because we're actually with some people in this one. It's exciting. I'm super happy about it. Don't run us over into the corner, Casey. Try and get on throttle, let off, keep the car low so we don't get tight on the exit. Yeah, Casey Atwood's tire wear is not nearly as bad as ours, so he is able to keep more speed now. That's why I kind of want to pit on like 11, 12-ish. So at the very end of the race, we're not dying off. But their pit entries are crazy compared to me. Like, I cannot get on the entry of pit road to save my life compared to these guys. Like, they go balls to the wall like 100%, and then as soon as they get to the line, they're like 70. I'm gonna try and stay behind Casey Atwood here because he seems to have more speed than us anyway, so no reason to try and battle side by side. Try and follow him a little bit, stay in his draft if we can. Getting a little tight on the exit, but able to actually keep it decent. We're still ahead of Greg Biffle. Like, I think we're in like 39th-ish. There's a lot of people going to pit. We'll pit next time by because there's a lot of people that just made that little left turn on the backstretch to go into pit road. So now would be a terrible time to go pit. We're going to pit next time by on 11 going into 12. And there'll be a lot less cars coming into pit road and slowing us up. So we are doing very well. We're going to work our way into the top 20 here because everybody pitting, which is wild. And then we are going to try and hit pit road with as much speed as we can, and hopefully we don't have that 5-second speeding penalty in this one. I need to make sure we don't because we're running very well. I think Shane Hall is the one in front of us, but we're going to go and pit this time by. I think Shane Hall is as well because he made that little left turn. So we got to get down to the bottom here. Keep it low. I'm drifting up. We don't got anybody by us though, so we're fine. And we're going to try and dive down here into pit lane, get on the brakes. So we're not speeding. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, don't need damage. Wedge is fine. And I think we're good overall. Everything seems pretty good. I'm going to drop that there. And hopefully we can have a 17-second stop. Pit crew, do your thing. Oh, the jack man coming to the left side screwed up. Come on, man. We're actually having a good race here. And you messed up a little bit. That cost us a couple seconds on pit road. I think that's Shane Hall coming out of pit road up there, so we lost a little time to him. Casey came behind us. And that is Greg Biffle going by us. So, yeah, we definitely lost a spot or two, I think, because Greg Biffle was behind us coming into pit road. He wasn't too far back, but he definitely jumped us on the pit cycle. We have Casey Kane right on us. I think that's Shauna Robinson on the outside, so that's 41st, 42nd. 43rd, obviously, is Dale Jarrett, who blew his motor. And we're going to hold these guys off, hopefully, and get back to moving forward because I think they pitted. Well, Casey just pitted right with us, but Shauna Robinson I think pitted a couple laps ago, so she caught up to us a little bit. So we should have a little bit better tire than her, and we should be good to go for the rest of this thing. I'm gonna try and hold her off the best as possible. I'm blocking the absolute shit out of her, doing the best that we can here, and see if we could hook the bottom in 1 and 2 like we have been. I got on the apron a little bit, which was not good. Oh, Jesus, she got into our left rear. I was not trying to actually block it there. I was just washing it out to the wall, and we got clipped in the left rear. But that slowed her up a lot, at least, which was nice. Casey trying to go low. I'm going to block that because we kind of have to go in low here anyways and drift up to the middle. Casey's got a lot of front nose damage, it looks like. Either that or it's just a weird paint scheme on the car. I'm not sure. But we're holding 40th. I'm happy about that. I want to go up there and catch Greg Biffle because we definitely were quicker than him before we pitted. So that's a little unfortunate that we're behind him now. But we're going to hold off Casey Kane for the time being. You'll see if he gets by us or not. And I'm just going to focus in and see if we can catch Greg Biffle up there. Oh, we got the leader here lapping us, Mark Martin. We had a lot of history with him in the Dirt to Daytona career. So we're going to lap down on lap 14, coming into 15. He's on 15, going into 16 now. So we just now finally went a lap down. It took a long time, and I knew we were going to at some point, but it took a long time for this race. I'm really happy with the kind of speed that we have. Ooh, we're definitely catching Greg Biffle pretty quick. We're going to have, like, what, 3 laps left here because we're a lap down? He was slowing up a lot of these lead lap guys. I think up to 5th lapped us. I think Gordon's in 5th. And Greg Biffle is right there, that yellow car on the inside. We are getting dangerously close to him, and we need to try and get by him there. Finishing 39th would be awesome. We should get a decent amount of money if we can. I think with the sponsor money, like getting a top 40 in the race and qualifying top 40, I think we'll get over 100K in this race alone, which would be awesome. Plus, this race was better payout than Pocono was, because this race is like 240. I think Pocono was like 190 or something like that, and we still got like 82,000, finishing 42nd there. Oh yeah, we're catching Greg Biffle. Come on, we're getting so close. We do have lead lap cars getting by us at the same time, but we are absolutely moving right now. We need to keep this up. Try not to run over Sterling. We do have Stewart on our inside. I'm getting tight on the exit of 2. That's the worst time. Rusty, we got Junior. I need to try to get some of this draft because Greg Biffle is holding them up an absolute ton right now. So this is getting very sketchy. Try and move this thing up the track a little bit. Don't hit the wall. Oh, I did. Dang it, that's going to slow me up so much. I was trying to keep our momentum. Oh, white flag. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to Greg Biffle at this point. I scraped that wall. It slowed us down like 20 miles an hour scraping that wall. Dang it. I was really hoping we could finish 39th in this one. That'd be awesome. Because I don't think we've like legitimately finished like in the top 40. Like in the 30s, I should say, in general. Besides like Daytona, Talladega. Those are the only races that we did any decent at. Man, we're not going to be able to catch them in a half a lap here. If I had 5 more laps, I honestly thought this was going to be like a 25-lap race. If we had 5 more laps, I think we could definitely catch them. But with so many lead lap cars going by us at the same time, I tried to roll that outside and keep the speed, and it just got a little too tight, scraped the wall, and that slowed us down a ton. I think we honestly could have gotten him, but you know what? I'll take 40th. We had a decent amount of speed compared to normal, so I will take that. Pretty good day for us, finishing 40th to say the least. Oh, we get a good amount of money, $135,000 from that one. I think we had like 80 something in sponsorship, so finishing top 40 helps us even more, immensely more, when we actually finish well. And that was Dale Jarrett who finished dead last. Yeah, that's gonna kill him in the points. That is absolutely crazy. Who ended up getting the win? Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, Newman, Burton, and then Gordon. So Harvick's actually gonna have the points lead now, it looks like. So that's gonna be interesting points battle up front the rest of the year. Oh boy, next up is Infineon. Next episode, starting out at Infineon is going to be tough. But we got the engine in 1 more race. That means in 2 races is Daytona. Oh, I am ready for that. That's going to be awesome. We did just get our brand new chassis. Because I can start building a new car, select the chassis. We have the 100% one, and I just got to wait for that engine to finish. I don't even know if that saved at all. No, it didn't. But we're going to go into Infineon with a little bit of a damaged car. It is what it is. I actually need to repair another chassis because this one is so damaged. It's so bad. But I can actually do it somewhat quick. We have a little bit of money. I'm going to do it in 4 races because we'll be able to use that other new one after this race for a while, which will be really good. So we're going to go into that race. And then our R&D. How much money do we have left over after that? 163,000. It makes me want to do something with the chassis. Either the tire wear or the downforce. I'm not really sure. I kind of want to do tire wear just because... tire grip would be nice, but that's a lot of money. Tire wear is going to help out a decent bit. But 9 races, can I do it faster? 200,000, no, we don't have the money for any of that. So increase braking stability and wear. Okay. So downforce, that's gonna the wind tunnel testing, so that would help the car as well. But we're just gonna be so broke. I need to save up a little bit more money, and then we could do something. But that's gonna be interesting. I need to do a different one of them at some point, because we actually are gaining a bit of money now. Doing okay. We're finishing top 40, doing our sponsor goals, and it's actually doing very well for us. But up front, we got Kevin Harvick now, 13-point lead over Gordon. 61 back is Stewart, and then you can see Dale Jarrett plummeted that race. He was 17 points back from Gordon, and now 151 from the leader, who is now Kevin Harvick. Dale Jr. still sitting in 5th spot at -181. So we're doing decent. How much do we have left on our sponsorship? How many races? 2, 3? Okay, because the primary is 2 more races, the rest is 3, so we'll have to change the primary after Daytona, and then the rest of them will be in the following episode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys watching as always. It was a pretty interesting one because I felt like we actually had some speed. Infineon, I have no clue how that's going to go at a road course. I don't know if we're going to be fast. Probably going to be super slow, honestly, but that's going to be a real rough one for us. So we'll see how we do next episode. But we do have Infineon, and also we got Daytona with our brand new engine. I think we could honestly finish top 20, top 15-ish there if we play our cards right. And then we'll be on to everything else with our new engine as well. And then we'll have to do some sort of research coming up as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.